The discovery setting the stage. The year is 2387. Earth's mining colonies have spread across the outer rim of the solar system. Captain Jake Morrison leads a deep space mining expedition to asteroid belt Sigma 7, a region known for rare metals, but avoided due to strange energy readings that interfere with ship systems. The discovery, while drilling into what appears to be a massive asteroid, Morrison's team breaks through into a hollow chamber. Inside, they discover the asteroid is actually a disguised starship larger than any human vessel ever built. The ship appears ancient, its hull made of unknown materials that shimmer with a faint blue light. Engineer Lisa Park runs scans and discovers the ship is not just big, it's enormous. Nearly 50 kilometers long, it dwarfs Earth's largest space stations. The technology inside is far beyond human understanding, with corridors that seem to stretch endlessly and rooms filled with strange, silent machinery. First, contact with the ship. As the team explores, the ship begins to respond to their presence. Lights flicker on, and holographic displays activate, showing star maps of galaxies humans have never seen. The ship's AI, speaking in a musical language that their translators struggle with, finally communicates. Guardians, have you come to claim your inheritance? Morrison realizes this isn't just any ship, it's one of many, hidden throughout the galaxy, waiting for someone worthy to find them. Asterisk, the ship's history. The AI, calling itself Echo, reveals the ship's origins. Millions of years ago, an ancient race called the Builders created a fleet of massive starships and hid them across the galaxy. These ships were meant to be found by younger races when they reached a certain level of technological and moral development. Echo explains that the Builders disappeared long ago, leaving behind only these ships and a test. Only those who discover the ships through exploration, not conquest, can claim them. Humanity, in their drive to explore and mine the furthest reaches of space, has passed the first test. The network awakens as Morrison's team activates the ship's main systems. They discover something incredible. This ship is connected to dozens of others hidden throughout the galaxy. Each ship contains different technologies. Some are massive factories, others are living worlds, and some are weapons of unimaginable power. But the awakening of the network sends a signal across the galaxy. Other alien races, some peaceful and others hostile, suddenly realize that the ancient legend of the Builder ships is real, and that a young race has found them. Humanity's choice. Echo presents Morrison with a choice. Humanity can claim the ships and join the galactic community as equals, or they can reject the inheritance and continue their isolated existence. But the choice must be made quickly. Other races are already moving to claim the ships for themselves. Morrison contacts Earth, and the news spreads like wildfire. Humanity stands at a crossroads. Asterisk, alien reactions. News of humanity's discovery reaches the Galactic Council, a loose alliance of older alien races who have ruled the galaxy for thousands of years. The Council, led by the proud Altarian Empire and the militaristic Krell Federation, is shocked. They have searched for the Builder ships for millennia without success. Ambassador Thane of the Altarians contacts Earth with a mixture of congratulations and veiled threats. The Altarians, who consider themselves the most advanced race in the galaxy, cannot believe that a species that has barely left their own solar system could succeed where they failed. The Krell threat. The Krell, a warrior race that values strength above all else, declare that the ships belong to those powerful enough to take them. General Voss assembles a massive fleet and begins moving toward human space, claiming that if humanity cannot defend their discovery, they don't deserve it. Humanity's preparation on Earth. President Maria Santos calls an emergency session of the United Earth Council. The discovery has united humanity like never before, but they face a terrible reality. Their entire space fleet consists of mining ships and small patrol vessels. They are completely outmatched by the alien fleets heading their way. Engineer Park, now leading the team studying the builder ship, makes a breakthrough. The ship's technology can be partially integrated with human systems, but it requires a level of cooperation and trust that most races never achieve. The ship itself seems to be testing humanity's character. The first lesson Echo reveals that the builder ships are not just vessels, they are teachers. Each ship will only grant its full power to those who prove themselves worthy through unity, courage, and wisdom. The ships have been waiting for a race that explores not to conquer, but to learn and grow. As the alien fleets approach, humanity must decide. Will they use the ships to fight, or will they find another way? Asterisk, the approaching storm, the Krell fleet, arrives at the edge of human space, a massive armada of over 200 warships. General Voss demands that humanity surrender the builder ships or face annihilation. The Krell have conquered dozens of worlds and have never been defeated in battle. Meanwhile, the Altarian fleet takes a different approach, offering humanity a partnership where the Altarians would help manage the ships in exchange for most of their technology. Ambassador Thane makes it clear that refusal would be seen as an act of hostility. Unity, something remarkable, happens on Earth and the colonies. Faced with an external threat, humanity unites in a way they never have before. Old conflicts are set aside as nations, corporations, and colonies work together. The diversity that once divided humanity becomes their strength. Captain Morrison, now commanding the first builder ship, discovers that the ship responds to this unity. Systems that were locked begin to unlock, and the ship's true capabilities start to emerge. The ship isn't just a vessel, it's a living extension of its crew's collective will. The Builder's Test Echo reveals the true nature of the Builder's Test. The ships don't just look for technological advancement, they look for moral growth. The builders themselves failed this test long ago, becoming so advanced that they lost their connection to each other and to the universe itself. The test has 3 parts. Discovery, which humanity passed by finding the ships through exploration. Unity, which humanity is demonstrating in the face of threat, and wisdom, which has yet to be tested. The peaceful solution, as the alien fleets prepare to attack. Morrison makes a decision that surprises everyone. Instead of preparing for war, he broadcasts a message to all the approaching fleets. Humanity invites them to join in studying the ships together. The message is simple. The builder ships are not meant to be owned by any one race. They are meant to be shared, studied, and used to help all species grow. Morrison offers to share the ships' knowledge freely with any race willing to work together peacefully. The galaxy holds its breath as they await the response. Asterisk, divided responses. The galaxy is split by humanity's unexpected offer. The Altarians, proud and certain of their superiority, reject the proposal outright. They cannot accept that a primitive race would presume to teach them anything. Ambassador Thane calls humanity's offer an insult and orders his fleet to take the ships by force. The Krell response is even more violent. General Voss sees the offer as a sign of weakness and accelerates his attack plans. To the Krell, sharing power is impossible. There are only conquerors and the conquered, but not all races respond with hostility. The Peaceful Harmony Collective, a group of species that have lived in cooperation for centuries, sends a message of support. The Enigmatic Wanderers, an ancient nomadic race, also express interest in humanity's proposal. The battle begins. The first shots are fired by the Krell fleet. General Voss launches a massive assault on humanity's outer colonies, expecting quick victory. But the builder ship responds to the attack in an unexpected way. Instead of fighting back with overwhelming force, it creates protective shields around the human colonies and begins broadcasting the history of the galaxy. The ship shows all the watching fleets the truth about the builders. They were not a single race, but a coalition of species who had learned to work together. Their ships were created not as weapons, but as gifts to help younger races avoid the mistakes that had destroyed so many civilizations. The Krell's surprise as the battle rages. Something unexpected happens. The builder ship's technology begins to affect the Krell fleet itself. A ship doesn't attack the Krell ships instead. It begins to heal them, repairing battle damage and upgrading their systems. The Krell warriors are confused. They have never encountered an enemy that responds to attack with aid. Some of Voss's own officers begin to question their orders as they realize the humans are not fighting back. They are trying to help. The wisdom test Echo reveals that this is the final test. Wisdom. The builder ships will only grant their full power to those who understand that true strength comes not from domination, but from lifting others up. Humanity is passing this test by choosing to help even their enemies. The shift as the builder. Ship continues to aid the Krell fleet. Something unprecedented happens. Junior officers in the Krell fleet begin to refuse orders to attack. They have never encountered forgiveness in battle, and it shakes their warrior culture to its core. The tide of the battle turns not through superior firepower, but through an act of unprecedented compassion that begins to change the hearts of their enemies. Asterisk. The transformation. The battle ends not with victory or defeat, but with transformation. As the builder ship continues to heal and upgrade the Krell fleet, General Voss himself begins to understand what humanity is offering. For the first time in his life, he encounters a force that meets violence with kindness. The Krell, a culture built on conquest, faces a crisis of identity. Their young warriors, seeing their ships healed by those they came to destroy, begin to question everything they have been taught. A civil war nearly breaks out in the Krell fleet as progressive officers challenge their traditional leaders. The Altarian collapse. The Altarians, watching these events unfold, make a critical error. Unable to accept that their worldview is wrong, they attack the builder ship directly, believing their superior technology will succeed where the Krell's brute force failed. The ship responds by simply leaving. It phases out of normal space, taking with it all the knowledge and technology the Altarians sought to claim. Echo's final message to the Altarians is simple. Pride was the downfall of the builders. Learn from their mistake. The new alliance in the aftermath. Something beautiful emerges. The Krell who chose to abandon their old ways join with humanity, and the Harmony Collective to form a new kind of galactic alliance. The Wanderers, impressed by humanity's wisdom, share their ancient knowledge freely. The builder ships, now fully awakened, begin to reveal their true purpose. They are not just vessels or weapons, they are schools designed to help species grow beyond their limitations. Each ship offers different lessons: cooperation, exploration, healing, protection, and wisdom. Humanity's role. Humanity finds itself in an unexpected position. Despite being the youngest spacefaring race, they become the teachers of the galaxy. Not because they are the strongest or most advanced, but because they understood what the builders had learned too late. That true advancement comes from helping others grow. Captain Morrison, now Admiral Morrison, leads the first joint human-alien crew aboard the builder ship. Engineer Park becomes the director of the Galactic Technology Sharing Initiative. President Santos signs the Charter of Galactic Cooperation, establishing principles of mutual aid and shared growth. The builders return. The final scene. As the new Galactic Alliance takes shape, Echo reveals one last secret. The builders didn't disappear. They evolved beyond physical form, becoming one with the universe itself. They have been watching, waiting for a race that could pass their test and show the galaxy a better way. The builder ships were never meant to be found by the strongest or the smartest. They were meant to be found by those with the courage to explore, the wisdom to share, and the compassion to help even their enemies grow. The future as the story ends, humanity and their new allies begin to explore the galaxy together, not as conquerors, but as gardeners, helping each world and species they encounter to flourish. The builder ships, now active throughout the galaxy, serve as centers of learning and cooperation. The galaxy has been transformed not by war or conquest, but by the simple human belief that everyone deserves a chance to grow and that the best way to solve problems is to work together. The age of galactic cooperation has begun, and at its heart stands humanity, not as masters, but as friends, teachers, and eternal optimists who believe that tomorrow can always be better than today. Asterisk.